In 2008, Bethesda released their first Fallout game, Fallout 3, and 7 years later they released their next, which was Fallout 4, followed a couple years later by their multiplayer-focused game, Fallout 76. But across these three games, how exactly have they changed over the years when it comes to attention to detail? So in today's video, guys, we're going to be doing a direct comparison of all of Bethesda's Fallout games, beginning with their first, Fallout 3, moving on to Fallout 4, and finally to their newest, Fallout 76, to see what exactly has changed over the years when it comes to attention to detail. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it for you guys. And if you find yourself liking the video, be sure to drop a like on it because it helps the video reach new fans. And as I always say, that's always a great thing. And I also make new videos like the one you're watching right now every single week, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future content. But guys, let's dive into the video. Beginning with a comparison of the game's settings, Fallout 3 takes place in the bombed out ruins of Washington, D.C., which is in particularly rough shape, as it looks like the atomic bombs landed directly on our nation's capital, leaving it looking like something out of Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I mean, look at all that rebar. And does that have anything to do with why the sky is all green and cloudy all the time? I don't know. I'm not a weatherman, but it's a far cry from what you see in Fallout 4 with its beautiful blue skies and much more intact city of Boston, as the atomic weapons seem to have detonated on the outskirts of the city. Which once again is different from Fallout 76's Appalachia, which is basically untouched by the atomic bombs. I mean, look at all them trees. And the different settlements within these regions are just as interesting, as Fallout 3 has one of my favorites, Megaton, which is built in the crater of an atomic bomb that didn't explode and looks like it's literally made out of garbage. And some residents even worship the atomic bomb. And you know things must be good when some people attend church with guns and knives in hand. While in Fallout 4, you have Diamond City, which is built in the ruins of Fenway Park, which is pretty cool because the guards are actually using the baseball gear. It's a cool touch. While in Fallout 76, you have settlements like the Foundation, which appear more new and clean, which makes sense since 76 is a prequel and this settlement hasn't completely gone to hell yet. Which leads us to the inhabitants of these regions. In Fallout 3, whenever you go to talk to an NPC, it crash zooms onto the NPC, freezing the world around you while you're having the conversation.
Those raiders strapped me with explosives. You've got to help me.
While Fallout 4 doesn't freeze the world around you and actually has cross-camera coverage depending on which character is speaking. While 76 kinda combines the two by not freezing the world around you while still crash zooming in onto the NPC, though sometimes the lips don't line up so good.
Hey there. The name's Maggie.
Which leads me to NPC reactions, which I find interesting because Fallout 3, the oldest of them, the NPCs will react if I say, shoot a gun right next to their face.
Hey, knock it off.
While in Fallout 4, as you can see, I'm trying to shoot a ring around this lady and she doesn't even stop working on her crossword puzzle. So I thought while recording Fallout 76, hey look, it's cool Abraham Lincoln. So while recording Fallout 76, I thought it'd be the exact same. React to me, you turd! But as you can see, these NPCs aren't even reacting to the ghoul that's standing right next to them that just happened to murder me and they didn't help at all, but that's okay, go back to reading your newspaper. But then she just starts looking at me. Okay, I take it all back. The Fallout 76 NPCs aren't dumb, they're just a bunch of asses. Moving on now to some of the weapon details between these games, and as you can see here in Fallout 3, you have the 10mm pistol, and whenever you shoot it, you can actually see the bullet casings fly out of the pistol and land on the ground. Look at that. While in Fallout 4, you get a new 10mm pistol model, and when you fire the weapon, you can still see the casings fly out of the gun and land on the ground, but they roll around now. How cool is that? And you'd think in 76 it would be the same as Fallout 4, but you'd be wrong. As you can see, whenever I shoot the gun, you don't really see the casings leaving the gun that often, but you still see them land on the ground, so it's kind of a mystery. And speaking of the guns, the combat works quite a bit differently between the three games. As you can see here in Fallout 3, whenever you go to aim your gun, the camera zooms in along the side of your weapon to give you a little bit of extra accuracy, whereas in Fallout 4 and Fallout 76, whenever you go to aim your gun, you actually use the sights on the weapon. Though all three games do have the signature VATS ability, with Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 allowing you to stop time to choose where exactly you want to shoot your opponents with precision. Ah, yes, that's exactly what I meant to do. Though I gotta say, in Fallout 3, you can use VATS to throw grenades, which is pretty cool. While in Fallout 76, a multiplayer-focused game, you can't stop time, obviously, so it just kind of works in real time, and it doesn't really feel like VATS, but I kind of understand why it has to be this way. And of course, it wouldn't be a Fallout game without sweet laser weapons, as you can see by this laser pistol in Fallout 3. It's a ton of fun to use because you can actually incinerate people and turn them into a neat little pile of ash. The laser pistol returns in Fallout 4 and 76 with a brand new model and reload animation, and of course you can still turn people to ash, but the ash piles look a little bit better with better graphics. Look at that, he's glowing. And when recording 76, I didn't have a laser pistol on me, but I did have this guy. But as you can see, you can still incinerate people in Fallout 76. Hey, look, this guy survived. What are you doing? Hey, little guy. I'm sorry this happened to you. Is it weird that I had exactly enough ammo for that? Huh. And speaking of cool weapons, in Fallout 3, whenever you unequip a weapon from your hands, you can actually see that weapon on your character. If it's a rifle, you'll actually see it on your back. It's really cool. And in Fallout 4, does this happen? No, whenever you unequip a weapon, it just vanishes from your hands. Poof, it's gone. It looks really silly. And did Fallout 76 fix this? No, they did not. Whenever you unequip a weapon, it still just vanishes from your hands. So Bethesda, maybe alongside your next expansion for 76, maybe go back and add cool details like this that were in your games back in 2008. Moving on now to a comparison of the explosive effects between the three games. As you can see here in Fallout 3, this frag grenade doesn't really affect the ground. No marker, nothing. Whereas in Fallout 4, as you can see, it actually did not work. Let's try it again. And what the hell's going on here? Why is it not making a sound either? If this doesn't work, I swear. Now we're talking. Inconclusive at best. While in Fallout 76, hey, would you look at that? It looks like it broke the whole road. Let's throw another one just to make sure the road wasn't already like that. Yeah! Well, at least it consistently does something. And speaking of explosions, it wouldn't feel right not to compare the awesome car explosions between the two games, so this is what it looks like in Fallout 3. Honestly, it's still pretty impressive for a game that came out in 2008. And here it is in Fallout 4. Ooh, we got a twofer on that one. God, that looks sweet. And now Fallout 76, which pretty much looks exactly like Fallout 4, but I don't think anybody's complaining saying that I have too many car explosions in these videos. They look awesome. Moving on now to a comparison of the water physics between the three games, and as you can see here in Fallout 3, they look pretty dang good for a game that came out in 2008. Whenever I shoot the water, it has a pretty impressive looking ripple effect that I honestly think looks better than what we see in Fallout 4 and 76, as I'll show in a second. And whenever I throw this grenade in the water explosion effect isn't anything really to write home about, but it's better than nothing, as we'll see in a second. And here we are in Fallout 4. Whenever I actually interact with the water, it looks really sharp, but whenever I shoot the water, I gotta say, the little splash effect it makes whenever my bullet hits the surface, I honestly think it looks better in Fallout 3, as I said before. But whenever I throw a grenade in the water, the explosion effect is, I mean, it's fine, but honestly, it's not drastically better than what we see in Fallout 3. Which leads us to Fallout 76, which honestly is pretty much exactly the same as Fallout 4, but a little bit worse because whenever I throw the grenade in the water, nothing happens, as you can see. So I tried it again, which ended in the same result. So I tried a different body of water that had a cool little sailboat, and it still didn't have an effect when it went off in the water, which I find interesting. Which leads us to my final comparison in today's video, which is actually how the power armor looks and feels between the three games. As you can see here in Fallout 3, the power armor looks just like kind of like heavy-duty clothes that the characters are wearing, whereas in Fallout 4, the power armor is bigger and bulkier and even changes the way the characters move. Not to mention there's a sweet animation where you have to actually climb inside of your power armor. While in Fallout 76, it's kind of like a blend of the two, because like Fallout 3, you do carry the power armor on your person, but you do have to lay it down, and then you are able to climb inside of it like you do in Fallout 4. But at the end of the day, the bigger, bulkier power armor seen in Fallout 4 and Fallout 76 is the way power armor should be in a Fallout game, in my opinion. And speaking of power armor, someone needs to tell the leadership over at the Brotherhood of Steel that their soldiers need more diverse insults.
Great. Here's some of the local wildlife. Great. Here's some of the local wildlife. Great. Here's some of the local wildlife.
Hardy har har, you three big metal dickheads. Well guys, you made it to the end. Thank you for watching this direct comparison of all of Bethesda's Fallout games, Fallout 3, Fallout 4, and Fallout 76. And as I always say with these direct comparison videos, I don't care which game is the best. I personally just like to see how things have changed over the years when it comes to attention to detail. And so I find these comparisons interesting, not trying to say that your favorite Fallout game is the worst or that your favorite Fallout game is the best. Not trying to do that at all. I personally enjoy all these games, and I just like to see how things have changed over the years, and I hope you guys do as well. But guys, that's all I have for this video. If you found yourself liking the video, be sure to drop a like on it because it helps the little video reach new fans. And as I always say, that's always a great thing. I also make new videos like the one you're watching right now every single week, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future content. But guys, that's all I have, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.